Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Central Banat in Serbia. Now, this is a very interesting region over here in Serbia. Banat, you can see right here, B-A-N-A-T, Banat, is a historic region that was mostly in what is now Romania. The capital of Banat was in Timișoara over here. The rest was in what's now Serbia and a bit in what's now Hungary. That's the Banat region. So aptly named, this is the central part of the Banat region, but not like central Serbia, that's down there. You can see the capital, Belgrade, isn't terribly far away from our region tonight. And of course, we are bordering Romania over here. Now, Central Banat is also part of a region of Serbia known as Vojvodina. You can see right here, V-O-J-V-O-D-I-N-A, Vojvodina, which is an autonomous region of Serbia. It's this northern portion up here. We'll talk a little bit about that in history. There are many rivers that flow through this area. You can see the Timiș over there. And the Tisa, I believe, is this one flowing through there. I think, I can't really see. But yeah, lots of rivers flowing through. And the capital of the district is Zrenjanin, which has gone through a lot of interesting name changes. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the history here. So, of course, people have been living here for a very, very long time. When the Romans would overtake this area, it would be part of ancient Dacia, Roman Dacia. But jumping a bit ahead into history, this area and Banat would become a region of the Kingdom of Hungary. Most of the population of what's now the district of Central Banat, though, was not necessarily Hungarian, but Serbian or Slavic. And at this time, this town here was known as Veliki Bečkerek. Veliki Bečkerek. Very different name, isn't it? But yes, it was part of Hungary. In 1551, the Ottomans invaded, and they would control this area until 1716. It was at that time that the Austro-Turkish War took place, at least one of them. There were a couple. And then the Banat region came under the control of the Habsburgs, or Austria, essentially. In 1807, Veliki Bečkerek burned to the ground in an accidental fire, and everything has been rebuilt. So sadly, there really aren't any structures from before that time in this town. In 1848, Vojvodina was declared. So this area, like I said, was predominantly Serbian, not necessarily Hungarian. And during the many revolutions occurring throughout Europe at that time, the Serbs there said, we want to be independent. And so they made their own area called Vojvodina, Serbian Vojvodina. It would only exist for about a year before becoming integrated with Austria, having some autonomy, but being part of the Austrian Empire. Eventually, I think not long after that would be the... why am I blanking the name of this empire? The Austro-Hungarians, right? They would unite. And that would last until 1918, after World War I concluded. And the lines were very much redrawn in this part of Europe. In 1920, the Treaty of Trianon gave Vojvodina essentially to Serbia. But Serbia was not what it was or what it is today. This was part of the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, which would eventually be renamed Yugoslavia. So it really became part of like the Serbian section of the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Of course, this is when the lines would be drawn for Romania and Hungary as well, which would get wobbly during World War II and the various invasions and such. But important to note before I jump ahead, what's now Zrenjanin, Veliki Bečkerek was renamed to Petrovgrad. During that time before World War II. After World War II is when it would get the name Zrenjanin. Zrenjanin came from the name of a partisan. The partisans were people who fought a guerrilla-style warfare against Nazi Germany and their forces throughout Europe. But the partisans were very prominent in what's today Serbia and kind of the surrounding Balkan areas. So, in honor of him, they renamed this town for him. And the name has stuck ever since. I think it was 48 when they officially named it to Zrenjanin. Other than that, this area is essentially just farmland. It's very quaint and tiny. Oh, on my bad, this is the Tisa River, right here on the border. Not here. Does it? I can't even see where it says where that river is. This is the Tisa River, my bad, on the border here. So yeah, essentially just farmland and very peaceful. I didn't find very much on Google Earth to show you here. At first I was like, maybe there won't be any Google Earth section in this part of Serbia, which is sad because Serbia is very beautiful. But I kept going back and looking, and I would find like one interesting thing, and then I would go back the next day and find another interesting thing. So I figure if we go over it together, maybe we'll find more random interesting things. So I'll show you what I found, and maybe we'll uncover a few more. So let's head over to the tablet and check out the Central Banat district on Google Earth. Let's go. Here we are in the Central Banat district. Let's zoom out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. Here is Serbia over in what's known as the Balkans, in this corner of, I guess, like southeast Europe, which includes, you can see Greece and Bulgaria over there. This corner of Europe is the Balkans. This is the Balkan Peninsula. And like, how else can I describe? Romania's right there, Hungary's right there, all very important to the history of that area, of course. Not too terribly hard to find on a map, but there's big old Serbia there. So the first thing I have to show you, before I forget, because it's right next to Google's little marker there, is in this town, which I guess is Życice, I think. There's a really random statue in this town. Now you can see it is a tiny town surrounded by all this beautiful farmland. So I want you to think, what could it be a statue of? It's of a person. Who could it be of? What person represents this little community surrounded by all these farms in northern Serbia? And it is, of course, oops, come back. Stop. I'm trying to tap it. Desperately trying to tap it. There we go. It's Rocky Balboa. It's Rocky from the movie Rocky. You know how it is. Rocky. Yeah. So, why is there a statue of Rocky from the movie Rocky here? Which is not a bad movie. It's not a great movie either, but look at all the people posing with Rocky. It has nothing to do with Serbia. He's Italian, Rocky Balboa, living in Philadelphia, right? Yeah. So this artist thought that Rocky was a good summary of the resilience of the people of this area of Serbia. Which, like, sure, if you're inspired that much, by all means, go for it. So there is a random statue of Rocky here in the middle of nowhere in Serbia. Pretty amazing. What's that over there? I'm guessing it's a bridge. It's a beautiful little stream over here. How nice. But yeah, most of the places here don't really have pictures. Here's Zrenjanin, which is really fun to say, I think. I couldn't really find any good pictures in here, so we'll just look at the main slideshow. I couldn't even figure out, so like this is obviously the main square with their church and important buildings, and there's a man on a horse in the center, but I dug and dug trying to find who it was, and nothing would tell me, and I can't read Serbian when I don't know it, and two, it's in Cyrillic, so I couldn't translate the inscription underneath it. So if any of my fellow Serbs out there, I am not Serbian, my Serbian subscribers out there could tell me who that is, I'd appreciate it. Oh my goodness, this is chaotic. I'm so sorry. Isn't this a pretty picture? How lovely. You see, I can't read who this is, but there they are. There they are indeed. The only other interesting thing that I found here was over, let me get the borders back up. I'm in Romania. One time I don't want to be in Romania. Any other time would be great. This ruined castle, oh, not a ruined castle, I'm thinking of tomorrow's video. This lovely castle, which doesn't really scream castle. It's kind of like a manor house. And they got nice cars outside. They're peeking inside to the dining area, the bedroom there. Yeah, tomorrow's video we're going to be in Czechia. So we're going to see so many castles. Holy moly. I've already mentally there. But yeah, I found that little place. So, what else can we find? That's pretty much all I got for you here. Everything else either has kind of sad pictures or no pictures at all. So let's see what we can find. And as you can see, it's all beautiful farmland. You know that I love these little patchworks. These little fields. Yeah, no pictures. How about this town? Yep, it's this little area here. There's their little church. There we are on a little boat. There's not much else to see here. It is farmland. What was over there? A bunker. Nemachki bunker. Look at the bunker. I wonder if this is maybe a World War II relic, or maybe even from the various conflicts that were fought in Yugoslavia in the 1990s, when Yugoslavia crumbled into many different countries. And Serbia was bombed by NATO in, I believe, 99. But this area really wasn't. But maybe a bunker was built there for that. Or maybe this was built during World War II or some other conflict. I don't know. It's very dilapidated though, so I don't think it's going to protect you from much nowadays. What else can we find here? There's the Tisa River. I don't know why I pointed at that other river. This is the Tisa that makes up the border. I wonder if this is, oh dear. I wonder if this is something. That is a big hill, a big mound. There's a map of the Habsburg Empire. And yeah, a big mound. I wonder what that's about. Usually random big mounds in the middle of nowhere usually means some kind of archaeological site. What's that? What is that? See? I find something different every time. This looks like a memorial of some kind. Oh, I wish I could read Serbian. This is definitely a memorial, and I bet you it's from World War II, given its very brutalist design there. It's all overgrown, though. Wow. And it looks like they left a bunch of space for more names. I'm guessing these are names of towns in the area and the people who lost their lives in conflicts there. Oh, there's a date, 1981. So yeah, it's a memorial from the 1980s, I'm sure commemorating various conflicts, but I suppose World War II would be my best guess. Wow, how interesting. And then what's that? Anything? Chateau? See, we're finding stuff. It's an old, oh, very abandoned. Now this is an abandoned house, isn't it? Wow, look at that. I'm amazed that, like, this place is all dilapidated, but no one's tried to save this artwork. And this bed is still there. Maybe someone is living there. And needs to sweep those stairs. And the porch area here. Yeah, this is a fixer-upper if I ever saw one. Little sitting area. Yeah. Pretty neat. And then there's a reserve over here. Nature reserve. Slano Kopovo. Oh, wow. I didn't see this before. Okay. You know what I think we're going to do, though? I think we're going to end it here. And if you find anything else in this area, because of always, I encourage you to poke around these areas for yourself and see what you can find, let me know in the comments. But let's end it here. This looks like salt. How interesting. But thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow's video is going to be tablet only because I don't have a ton of history to talk about, but I have so many things to show you on Google Earth, including the creepiest church building you've ever seen in your whole life. Look at the big stork. If you're very sensitive to bones and skulls and skeletons, you might want to skip the episode because, oh boy, are we going to see a lot. We're also going to see at least a replica of the Czech crown jewels. Look at these deer here. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. Look at all of them. That's a lot of storks. I've never seen like a flock of storks together. And all the deer as well. And beautiful poppies there in the field. But please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. I do hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational, and I hope that you have a good night. Good night.